Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience here in Mississippi, as well as our online audience around the world. We're glad that you all could join us as well. As we're kicking off the month of September, a lot of things are recognized this month. Among them, though, is something that's organized by the VA, and that's Suicide Prevention Month. It's a month-long initiative to be able to amplify awareness around suicide prevention and connect veterans and their supporters with the resources that they need that can help them, especially during difficult times. But all of us can definitely do our part. Here to talk to us more about it, we're excited to welcome Dr. Matthew Miller. He's the Director of Suicide Prevention Program for the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs. We'll talk to him not only about this recognition, but also some of the warning signs that all of us can be on the lookout for, and also how we can make resources available. Dr. Miller, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Great to be here. I'm going to have a hard time topping your introduction, though. You did a great job.
Well, look, I have a sister that is a veteran, so this is always near and dear to my heart when we can be able to raise some awareness and the great work, of course, that the VA is doing. So let's begin with what I mentioned, Dr. Miller. As I said, September is recognized as Suicide Prevention Month. What is the VA doing? I know there's a great website we'll mention later, but what is the VA doing to be able to help in recognition of this?
Yeah, we're using this month to issue, if you will, a call to action. We're asking people across this month and then beyond this month to do three things. Number one, to increase awareness for themselves and for others regarding suicide risk and protective factors. Number two, start conversations about mental health and suicide risk. And number three, review and share supportive resources that are available, one of which is what you just alluded to, BeThereForVeterans.com.
And let's talk about that website. And again, it's BeThereForVeterans.com. For those joining us via the podcast and our friends at iHeartRadio, we're going to make sure that we link that up for you guys. And for the radio audience, we'll be putting it on the radio station's Facebook fan page. When I was on that website, Dr. Miller, when I was prepping for your segment, I love the way that there's several things, because a lot of times I think a lot of us feel like, okay, what can I do? The website gives us so much great information about what we can do, even when it comes to just sharing. So what are some of the warning signs? That's one of the things that's on the website. But what are some of the warning signs that we should be on the lookout for when it comes to suicide?
I think the first thing to be aware of with warning signs is that there's no fixed formula or equation for necessarily predicting this or for foreseeing this. It's going to show in different ways for different people. I'm going to show that I'm going through a difficult time probably in a different way than you would. Nonetheless, we know that for veterans and non-veterans alike, going through some life circumstances like financial problems, credit problems, relationship problems, housing questions and problems, job loss or job insecurity, and legal problems. Those can create periods in our life where we have a lot of questions and we don't feel like we have a lot of answers, where we feel or maybe more inclined to feel a little hopeless, a little less encouraged about things and about the future. During those times, important things to watch for include maybe you're sitting and talking with this individual, or maybe you're sitting and you're thinking to yourself, I don't see a way out. I wonder if there's a way out. I wonder if there's hope. Maybe you'll see embarrassment. Sometimes you'll see a sense of shame, or as if they've let people down. You might see increasing alcohol or drug misuse. And finally, you might see withdrawal from family, friends, and important activities, things that they used to enjoy. if you notice these things, if you see these things, that's where the theme for our Suicide Prevention Month comes in, of be there. Connect them to the Veterans Crisis Line. Encourage them to call 1-800-273-8255 and press 1. Or call for yourself and say, I have a friend, and we'll take it from there and walking you through.
And I think, too, the big thing, too, for me, Dr. Miller, when I was going over this, and again, that website is BeThereForVeterans.com, is that there are those things, those signs, like what you said. I mean, just being there, but also recognizing, okay, if we need more, knowing that help is out there. Mm-hmm. And I think that's one of the great things about what you all are doing this month, and of course, and the work that you're doing, and as far as providing those resources. So I want to ask you about another part, because I think this is something that all of our audience can do out there. There's a great section on BeThereForVeterans.com for individuals and organizations. We all have heard that saying, sharing is caring, some great JPEGs for us to be able to share. What do you want our audience to know about their part? Because for those who feel as though, I don't know what I can do, I don't know what kind of impact I can have, how can just sharing that be of assistance?
Yeah, I think, Cyrus, if we were to ask you or anyone in your audience, think about a really bad day or bad time in your life, and what rays of light do you remember? What times do you remember that something positive within those really bad times? Almost inevitably, you, me, or someone else will say, I just remember someone reaching out. I remember someone saying, hey, how you doing? Can I help with anything? It may be nothing profound. It may be nothing by normal measure highly significant. But having someone reach out, having someone make contact can be meaningful. It can be life-saving. So that's the first point that we want to communicate to people, because a lot of times we talk ourselves out of reaching out and doing something because we have real human questions, like maybe I don't know enough, maybe I'm being nosy, maybe it's none of my business, maybe someone who knows them better will reach out. And if we allow those kinds of thoughts, and in some cases excuses, to win, we don't reach out, and that person then may not receive that life-saving help that's as simple as a hello. So that's the foundational premise of Be There and of the website. And from there, it's just an issue of getting connected to resources that we feel like you can take with you as you go there with the person next to you, across from you, or wherever.
And we're going to be sharing this on our website for sure. Again, everyone, Dr. Matthew Miller has been our guest. He's the Director of Suicide Prevention Program for the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs for the VA. Again, that website is BeThereForVeterans.com. Make sure you guys take notice of that. Dr. Miller, so glad you could drop by the program today, and looking forward to having you back on again soon.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
I appreciate the time, and we thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live today. Let's make it amazing. Take care.